enough already. Face the mirror. I now pronounce you single and happy. The anti-dating show with Amazon bestsellers Moo and Sanyo. Stirring up raw, uncut, uncensored, grown and sexy relationship dialogues. Hump Day has now been INPYSH. So strap up. We're going in. All the way in.
Good evening. Happy Hump Day.
Happy Hump Day.
Everybody. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
That's great. I'm feeling good. Did you weather that storm? I mean, it was a real tornado.
Yes, it was. It was
or something like it.
The winds, the rain, just torrential downpour real quick.
That was serious.
I was out there going to the post office taking books.
Yeah. It was one of my coworkers panicked. I wish I could have got that on video. She obviously has never been through anything like that. I mean,
she
we
was
were safe
panicking.
Yeah, she told everybody to come. She was a supervisor. Told everybody to come out of her office and was running back and forth, like wanted to get to the middle.
Did she want y'all get in the bottom floor or something?
I mean, we were just in shock. I just wish I could have got it on YouTube. It would have been a YouTube video.
That would have been a YouTube hit.
I might have put it on the show tonight.
It would have been a hit. It would have been a hit.
But we want to welcome you all back to the Anti-Dating Show tonight. Thank you for being with us.
Yes.
Also, we want to let you all know that just like on social media, you know how you watch the reality shows, we have posts and we have long threads throughout the day on Facebook or Instagram. We want you all to do the same thing here on the radio. You have an outlet on this radio show. It is no holds barred. You don't have to. You can be anonymous, but you can say what you want. You can ask us questions. You can disagree. You can cuss us out. We can cuss you out. However you want to do it. We want you all to interact. We want this to be an interactive surrounding and an interactive station. And we want everybody to be free. It's the only way that we can really get across the message that we're trying to get across.
It's the only way we can heal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the communication. It's the only way we can heal.
Exactly.
Before we get started with all of our announcements, I first want to give a shout out to Sean Briggs for our I Now Pronounce You Single and Happy tea. This is the second type of tea he has created for us, and I absolutely love it because you get a bottle of wine and you really just woosah.
I'm trying to read the shirt without looking at Sanyo's titties. Of course. I mean, goddamn, stop rubbing them right now so I can concentrate on the t-shirt and shit.
Anyway, so yeah, I wanted to get that out there. And we got a gift to give away today, too. So y'all get ready for our trivia questions so that you can win this nice prize. Okay, so we have a few birthday shout-outs. Eric, can you put up our birthday shouts, please? And I wanted to first give a birthday shout-out to my girl, well, to both of them, to my sister Lauren, and also to one of my best friends, Nicole. Happy birthday, Lauren! This is my blood sister, y'all.
Redskins fan.
Yes,
that's what
she's
I'm
a Redskins, a dead Skins fan. Even though I'm here, but I can't even watch the game anyway. And also, happy birthday to Nicole. This is my massage therapist and my very good friend.
I still remember that hand massage at the Thurgood Marshall.
I bet you do. I bet you do.
Nicole.
Happy birthday, Nicole. So we want to wish them both a happy birthday, and we're going to move on into our current affairs. I wanted to bring up the Ebola.
Oh man, this Ebola virus.
This thing is really. Pay attention.
Yeah.
That's going to be something.
We don't want anyone to panic.
No,
okay,
but please pay attention because they're now saying that the nurse who cared for the man who died, that she has been diagnosed with Ebola and could have possibly infected over 140 people.
That's serious.
Already.
That's serious.
So keep your eyes open and pay attention to what's going on. The next thing, I don't know, do you have a current affair?
No, that's
okay.
I did want to do a shout out to, DC, our city is a party city, of course.
Yes.
A lot of Howard homecoming is this week. We have to shout out to Howard because we're definitely right across the street.
Yes.
From them. And also, I wanted to do a shout out for the promoters in the city and all the party planners because every year people step up to do breast cancer awareness type functions and events, and that really makes me happy. Of course, we can't make them all, But we do see you. We do see you, and we want to give you lots of love for that. And
Yes.
Please keep it up, because breast cancer or cancer period
Yes.
affects so many people in different ways, young or old. So
Yes.
and
Speaking
a lot
of that,
family members.
we'll be having our
client,
Janai, our client, will be
Yes.
joining us next week to
Yes.
discuss breast cancer
Yes, and
awareness.
her 2 books.
And her 2 books.
Beautiful Mommy, London
Giselle, yes.
And Kids with Pink too.
Yes, and talk about what she has started with these books. They're
And
not
they are
just
doing
books.
very well already.
Yes, so we look forward to having her next week. She'll be a call-in because she is in North Carolina,
Yes,
but she'll be a call-in. And our last thing we wanted to talk about before we start the show is Domestic Violence Month, because breast cancer and domestic violence month are both in the same month, and they're both so serious. We wanted you to be aware of domestic violence, know your relationship rights. You have the right to. You can read through that. We will also post it on our social media pages. But please know your rights, and not just know your rights, but people, pay attention. We just had a story. I just read the story about the husband who ran over his wife and killed her, ran her over and over again in Waldorf. Domestic violence is real. Pay attention. If it's someone you love, you would definitely want to do something. So do the same for someone that you don't know, because it is important. We can save lives if we keep our eyes and ears open and we report things.
Yes.
Snitching don't apply here.
And
that's how I
domestic
feel.
violence
Not
is
on domestic
it's
violence.
It's just not a man on a woman. Women also abuse men.
This is true.
Which a lot of men are
This
afraid
is
to
true.
talk about it. Or they're very reserved in coming out about it. But men do get abused.
Yes, they do.
Men do get
Yes, they do, and they rarely come out about it.
Yes.
So, with that being said, we're going to start our show, and Eric, if you can put up our the INPYSH Chapter 2 photo. We're going to start our show. Today we are talking about where is my happiness?
Yes, indeed.
And if you look at that picture, it really shows that oftentimes we go through a maze, sometimes
Yes.
feeling like a game of finding our happiness. People are looking for it everywhere, asking people, where is my happiness? So we are going to discuss chapter 2. Please, if you have any questions, if you have comments, you can post them to our social media pages. If you can post that picture up, our social media pages, you'll see our on Facebook where I'm Sanyo Jendai, Sanyo Mayat Jendai, and Mu is Mu Tariq.
Yes, and please, you can inbox us. You
Yes,
can
if you
post
want
on
to
the
remain
page,
anonymous.
on the timeline.
Yes.
However you want to do it, please contact us so we can have a dialogue on this.
Yes.
Because we just don't want to sit up here and preach to you, or you may not agree with what we're saying.
And so we'd like to hear that.
Yes.
So please dialogue with us. Post on the pages, post on Instagram, post on all of our social media so we can get this discussion popping. All right, so let's start with the very first thing that is in chapter 2, Mr. Tariq, which you spoke on.
I posted earlier on Facebook a post, and I mentioned that TLC, which is what we grew up hearing, tender love and care, was what we felt that was needed and required. I think that has transformed now to GDF&A. As we have evolved and understood each other better, GDF&A, for those who don't know, stands for good dick, food, and attention. Now, I came up with that because I believe that is all that women actually require for happiness. So, and what I mean by that is from a man. You know, you all should have happiness within, but from a man, a requirement from a man in these days and times, women just want the good dick, they want to eat good, the food, and lots of attention.
I couldn't agree more, ladies. Y'all already know. If you read chapter 2, you know I was like, give me a G, give me a D. Because that is for real. And you can have one without the other, but it doesn't last long. I'm going to tell you that. If you just got good dick and you ain't giving food and attention, it's not going to work. It's going to be a very short, temporary relationship.
A fix. It's like a fix.
Yeah, it's a fix because you have to have all in order to keep a woman satisfied.
Yes, if you want that peace, fellas, it's not difficult. I mean, you love to fuck, I'm sure. So, I mean, just keep it up. And if you can cook, I mean, that is a plus. That's a plus. But you can't cook, you can hire somebody to make dinner. You can go out, you know, if you can afford it, go out to a nice dinner. I mean, that doesn't have to be every day, you know. You have a dinner date, have a date night.
Yes. And it doesn't even have to be expensive.
And attention is one of the easiest things, actually. I mean, the morning text.
Some don't act like it.
I mean, you know, it's just because again, guys keep secrets. You know, they don't tell you that they don't want to be bothered anymore. They got a list of people they might be texting.
Good morning. Like right, so, like 10 women getting a good morning text.
Some dudes are good with their game. They keep that up. And the women know. Women know all these things.
Some women do. Some women do. And some choose to say, okay, well, I'll be in that number, and it's all good. Because he in that number, too. Yes. He in that number, too. Because if she accepting it, you best to believe you're not the only one. So I think it's something you say in here that's so important, and I don't want to gloss over that. In chapter 2, where you talk about the A being for attention, you mentioned the word adore.
Yes.
And that word is so heavy because it's not just about attention. That adoration, that's about really, like you
it's
even say it.
You
say it's much more. It's a powerful word. And when you said that it starts with a woman loves to know that you're thinking about her, and we do. We really do. When it could be the smallest thing, and it just touches our heart.
Yes.
So that part, but you said that's where the intimacy begins.
Oh my goodness.
And people get that messed up so often that intimacy is not just sexual. Foreplay is 24/7.
I mean, if you start, like I said, if you start the intimacy early in the morning, all day long, and you got this woman just craving you all day long. You talking about physical love talking making. About a good fuck when you get home.
Oh yeah.
Anything you want, everything you want, then you're gonna get that with you.
Most
if
definitely.
You have triggered that intimacy level.
Most definitely.
Yes.
Most definitely.
Yes.
We have a comment from Lee Divine from our secret group.
All right.
For those who don't know, we have an I Now Pronounce You Single and Happy, the anti-dating show secret group on Facebook.
If you are a free spirit person, we more than welcome you. You can
and open-minded.
Yes. Non-judgmental.
Yes.
You can hit us up and we'll be glad
inbox
to have
us and tell us. Just inbox and say yes.
Come into the gates.
That you want to come into the gates of the secret I Now Pronounce You Single and Happy secret community. You inbox us yes, and we will send you information before you get in, okay? So you'll know. But Lee Divine says, I look forward to the show. However, after reading chapter 1, shaking my head. Why is that question so common? Wait, let me rephrase. It's common because it's this box that society places us in. So many individuals are afraid and uncomfortable of being single. I truly enjoy this time of my life. Singleness, that is. Might I also add, I'm so tired of the question also, why are you single? You are intelligent, beautiful, blah, blah, blah. I just look at them like, really? I choose to be single, and I can be in a relationship, but it doesn't mean I will actually be happy. Y'all hear that? It doesn't mean I will actually be happy. I truly understand, and it's so sad that individuals suffer from not loving themselves but want others to love them.
It sets the stage for dependency.
Yes.
Anytime you have to depend on someone else to do anything to validate you for your happiness, for your pleasure.
Yes.
I mean, you become so dependent, you can't function without it. I mean, like I said, I go to the movies all the time by myself. I do all these things by myself, and
you and me both.
The happiness, the peace. I don't have to worry about somebody being late or anything. But, of course, sometimes you do want companionship, but for the most part, you should always be happy within yourself and being able to pick up and do things by yourself. Or otherwise, I feel sorry because people, they will disappoint you because you set standards, you have expectations, and if these people let you down, I mean, it's stressful. It causes stress in your life.
I think, and I talked about this in chapter 1, but so many people are afraid to be by themselves. That being by yourself makes you think. And when you have to think, you have to face those inner demons. You have to face those voids that you have. And if you're not comfortable facing those voids and fixing those voids, if you're not comfortable doing that, then going out by yourself is dreadful. You will not do it. You will not. It takes a confidence, a certain confidence, and a certain knowing of self to be able to do that. And it takes a happiness with self. A happiness with self to be able to do that. We have another comment. Kitty Cats in the secret community, y'all standing up. Kitty Cats says, I think people aren't sure if they are truly happy or just comfortable. Well, Kitty Cats, I thank you for that. And Lee Divine, I thank you for your comment as well. But I think that oftentimes when you say that people aren't sure if they're truly happy or just comfortable, sometimes we settle into complacency. And we let that, it's almost an illusion of happiness. We create an illusion of happiness by being complacent in a situation, i.e. comfortable in a situation. And so we deal with things that we really wouldn't deal with, or where some parts of us are not being satisfied or pleased. And I'm not just referring to sexual, but we deal with that because this may be as good as it gets.
Exactly.
You know? And so I think that the first part is to distinguish let's talk about what real happiness is. I mean, real happiness isn't anything external. It's nothing that people can take or do, or when you ask someone how they're doing, or someone tell you they're so happy, oftentimes they say they're so happy because I just got a new car. I'm so happy because I just bought my house, or I'm so happy because he makes me happy. And when those things take place, then you begin to say, we have a caller on the line. Let me take that caller. Let's take this caller. Hello, caller. You are on the line.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press...
We have more than one caller. Okay. Hello, caller. You are on the line live. Hump in. Hello? Okay.
Oh, hi. I didn't know I was on the line.
Yes, you are live on the INPYSH Anti-Dating Show. How can we hump with you?
Oh, I just wanted to listen. I didn't have a question. I'm sorry.
Okay. Unfortunately, we're not set up where we can, thank you for calling. We're not set up where we can have you just stay on the line and listen, because we're an online show and we only have one line dedicated to the phones.
Does she have access to?
Do you have access to online?
Thank you anyway.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. We have another comment. LP says society defines happiness. Most don't know what truly makes them happy. LP, you are so on point.
You got to take the time to do it.
You
have to take it.
And that's the key. Society defines so much, and that's what this book really. I mean, people tend to talk about the sexual aspect of it, and I can't stress enough that the sex is only in 2 chapters out of 12. But this book really is to help people to find that happiness, and not what society has taught us, but what do you believe? What do you want? What do you desire? Not what society or your parents or your grandparents or your aunts and uncles or nobody else has done.
There's another very dangerous element to that, which is that the paradise, there's a paradise when you leave, when you die. You know, so when you say, not deterring anyone from their beliefs, but you have to live as you see things. You have to create your paradise here. There is no guarantee that when you leave here, there's going to be a paradise for you anywhere. So you have to live your life to the fullest. And I'm sure you see people that have, they die young, they didn't get to do this, they didn't get to do that, and you just have no idea what's going on. So after that, in the afterlife. You definitely want to live your life to the fullest, and please don't short yourself. You definitely don't want to short yourself while you're living your life. No. Because you can grow old and just look back and look at all the things that you would have, should have, or could have done, and it will cause a miserable existence. I have seen it personally.
Yes. The true definition of you living and the journey to self is basically answering the question that I ended with in chapter 1 is, can you remember who you were before the world told you who you were? Most of us can't, because we never really got a chance. When you're babies, and we talk about this, you speak on this, when you're babies, you have your own set of ideals, not ideals, but you have your personality, and you know what you want, and you say what you want. As babies begin to cry, they're letting you know, I'm hungry or I'm wet, I need to be changed. And as they get older, they tell you what they want. They don't hesitate. But society and we as parents and family teach them, don't say that. That's not good. Don't do this. That's not good. And so that journey to self begins with answering that question, and then starting to journey backwards to find who you really are. And with that being said, we have a few more comments. Yolanda and the secret community is definitely working it. So Yolanda says, real happiness to me is loving myself, meaning loving all my flaws and knowing that I'm not perfect. That's good, Yolanda. That's real good. Tia says, if GDF and A is all a woman needs, then inform me on what is it that men need to keep them happy. GPH and A, good pussy, head, and attention. Just asking. What is it? Well, is that enough to keep a man happy, or not keep him happy, but satisfied? Because happy isn't external.
Definitely enough to keep him satisfied. Now, like men, again, men do not communicate as much as we should, but that's a good start for us. Okay. That's a good start for us, because after the thrill, I'm gonna just be straight up with you. When we bust nut, when we come, that everything comes out. So it takes so
all
much.
The emotion that was attached to it,
the excitement is and you all pretty much similar, as far as the new pussy, new dick, that happens. But you have to do so many things to keep us interested, to keep our interest peaked, because we get distracted easier than you all do.
And because the ratio is about 20 to 1.
Yes, we get distracted very easily. Fat ass, a woman flirting, we are just rendered useless when it comes to a woman's seduction. We're weak. We're weak when it comes to that. So if that mental connection is there, and even if the thought comes back, man, I can't do this to my lady. Even if we think that way, that means you all have affected us mentally beyond. It's
beyond busting a nut.
Yes. I mean, you all have gotten to us, even if we think like that, because most dudes don't even think twice about that. Definitely.
I say true happiness is an inside man job. So even if someone is giving you all these external things, if you're not happy, that energy of you not being happy is going to drain the person who's trying to make you happy. And one of the things that we do, emotions run most of us.
Yes.
We're run by emotions, and sometimes we don't take the time to sit down and sort through our emotions.
I don't like emotions, right? I have no sympathy for emotions. I'm just letting you all know.
We don't take the time to sort through our emotions. And so they drive us, and they're very strong, and they drive us. Think about it. You go into a grocery store and you in a good mood, and you get in line and the cashier piss you off. And they get snappy with you, so you get snappy with them. You just gave away your happiness.
Yes.
You just gave it away. No one can take it from you. No one can infiltrate it unless you allow them to. So that is something that we have to definitely sort through our emotions. I find myself when I'm emotional, I have to take a minute and really meditate and think about it, because I have to find out the source. What is causing me to be emotional, whether it's happy, sad, angry, whatever it is, what is causing it, and what is the root of it, because that is what, before I respond, because it's times when I say I get pissed off. I get pissed off, but I sit and think about, why am I allowing this situation or this person or what have you to infiltrate my happy self?
Yes.
And I then become happy thinking, okay, I'm not letting them get me there. Let me respond. Let me take a deep breath and let me respond in kind. Yes. So we have some more comments. Bobby Peterson says, happiness begins with you. Yes, it does, Bobby. If you're searching for it in someone else, you need to make 3 left turns, hit restart, or whatever brings you back to the beginning. I love it. I love it. I love it. Audrey says, I stay out of my own way. Oh, I gotta say that again, Audrey. I stay out of my own way. I am my number one enemy. Yes. I'm learning to ignore her and move forward with things that I would not normally do. This is helping me learn what happiness means. Oh my God, yes, yes. This is helping me learn what happiness means to me. That is awesome, because that is what it's all about. We all stumble in our own way. We all do. But the key is knowing when you stumble and catching yourself. And then you do begin to learn, Audrey, what happiness means to you and not what society says happiness should be.
That's for a beautiful life.
Yes, it definitely. You ready
because
to?
I'm telling you, see, you know, once you get that happiness, I mean, it's you can take pride in so many things. Take pride in just being able to wake up in the morning and looking out at the sunshine and the birds and, you know, nature.
Yes.
And be able to, you know, bask in what you've had.
Yes.
Be able to be grateful for everything.
Yes. Take pride in the fact that even if you don't have a car, you don't have a job, take pride in the fact that you woke up.
Yes.
You have another day to get it right.
Yes.
So that in itself makes for a beautiful life.
I'm telling you.
So I think with that being said, we're going to take a music break and we're going to play A Beautiful Life by the late and great Mr. Chuck Brown. We'll be right back.
What a beautiful life. All that I've got is all that I need. I got you, baby, you got me. What more could I ask for? Beautiful life. Beautiful life. I got what a beautiful life. Beautiful life. Listen, I woke up this morning, y'all. The sun was shining oh so brightly. I thought about how good this life is. Back in the day, it wasn't always like this. I think about the things we done been through. I think about the place that I come from. It wasn't always easy, so every day I'm thanking God for the beautiful people everywhere I go. I just need to see your smiling faces at my show. And when you're feeling real love from the family, every day is a gift, y'all, that's all I need. What a beautiful life. All that I've got is all that I need. I got you, baby, you got me. What more could I ask for? Beautiful life. Beautiful life. We got beautiful life. I got a beautiful life. Beautiful life. Happiness, you know, it feels real good, y'all. For us to get it, then we gotta work hard, y'all. Every day. And don't pay attention to the things they say when they tell you that you can't make it, but you can if you try, y'all. When life is rough, I know sometimes you wanna cry, y'all. Just keep the faith and don't question. Ain't no need of stressing. Your life is still a blessing. About the cars, the money, or the clothes. You can believe these things will only come and go, but when you're getting real love from everyone you meet, it's a blessing, y'all. It's magic, y'all. What a beautiful life. All that I've got is all that I need. I got you, baby, you got me. What more could I ask for? Beautiful life. Beautiful life. We got beautiful life. I got a beautiful life. Beautiful life. And now we all been blessed to be here, so it ain't no need for stress. We don't worry about the things that we can't control. We just pray and hope for the best. You don't need a whole lot of money. You don't need no fancy car. You ain't gotta be famous or a movie star. Just be happy with who you are. You got some food on the table and a place to live, and that's a beautiful life. You got somebody you can love, family and some kids, and that's a beautiful life. You got money in your pocket just to pay your bills, and that's a beautiful life. Just to make it through the struggle and you still be here. Now that's a beautiful life.
Okay, wind me up. DC, stand up. The Godfather. I got you. You spoiling me now. 6 years later, still the talk of the town. I put myself on, and then I put my team on too. Take on my BET. I spilled my drink on hold. Still I believe that, and I mean that. There will be no flow if you ain't sing that tune. We see police run joke. You put DC on first. I put us all on next, and now it's all on me to keep your name on deck. Okay, the Godfather. Gotta know that it's not a problem. Been in the pocket like hot tires of Saviata. Praying for a better manana. I hope I'm making you proud. I'ma rep you with honor. Irrefutable spirit. How your music get nearest. When I got that award, it felt like it got this shit with me. Ha. Life's good, still it's getting better. Still pray for Low and Benny. Tell KK hold her head up. A lot have done it, but not too many that done it better. Forget a record for all you done, you deserve a medal. A toast, a two, for jump, EU, for essence, for back, energy, UCB, TCB, hold DC, rest in peace, this for you.
All that I've got, all that I need, I got you, baby, you got me. What more could I ask for? Yeah, beautiful life.
Greatest to ever do it.
A beautiful life.
The best to ever do
Beautiful
it.
life.
Amen.
Beautiful life.
Yes, I was in here cranking to that joint, man. That joint is nice. When you really think about what you have instead of thinking about what you don't have, you have a beautiful life.
Yes.
And being able to breathe every day and an opportunity to fix whatever is broken, whatever is wrong, is a beautiful life. That's happiness. That's happiness when your circumstances don't dictate your happiness. That's when you have real happiness. Because I can tell you some stories where I could be sad right now, but I'm happy because I know that I'm here for a reason, for a purpose, and what I do have, money couldn't buy.
And it makes me think back to one of my favorite shows, of course, Good Times.
Yes.
And that's what the show actually was based on. The name of it, the title and everything, it was Good Times.
Good Times.
Because throughout everything that the Evans family was going through, they were just broke as hell.
Yes.
James always struggling to
Yes.
get a job and
Yes.
things like
Yes.
that.
Raising
found
a
way-
family.
They found a way to have good times.
Yes,
They found a way to have good
and
times.
that's what we need to do.
Yes.
Everyone has to find a way, even in your darkest moments, to have some good times, some happiness. Even when I think about our client and what she's doing for her friend. Our client's books are because her friend has been diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, and she's very, very sick. But I watch her friend on Facebook, and you would not know that this woman is battling this deadly disease because she's still happy.
Yeah.
That disease did not rob her of her happiness. And that's what we have to be,
and
because
it's the power of positive thinking.
yes,
It's positive. If you wake up every morning and you have positive thoughts, and I'm a witness to this. If you have positive thoughts every day, it opens your mind, and you start to see things clearer. You start to see the people that are around you that may be negative, and they're bringing negative energy, and you'll feel it immediately. Like when you go to work with your coworkers, and and I used to get this all the time. I used to get, why are you smiling?
All the
fuck
time.
are you asking me why I'm smiling? You want me to be frowning? What the fuck is that all
Because
about?
most people aren't smiling, and I'm glad you said that, because smiles are contagious.
Yes.
For real.
Yes.
I could wake up and my day start off wrong. And I go out and I go to 7-Eleven or somewhere, and someone smiles and it brightens my day.
Yes.
Smiles are contagious.
Yeah.
I have a comment. Let me see. Amir, I see you like the beautiful life. Yes. And you like the comment about finding the root before responding. And some are losing their connection. Again, I say this every show, but it is online and it's digital, and we don't have any control over it. Unfortunately, things get better in time. And then we have another comment from Denise, who says that My father's advice to me is, you are the only person who controls your happiness. I live by these words. Yes, Denise, you are the only person that controls your happiness. And Kitty says, yes, Sanyo, it took me 4 years to get to this happiness in my life. And sometimes it does. Sometimes it takes that time because you're clearing through so much within yourself.
Yes, and you have to. It's just like you can compare it to a addict, a drug addict. If you're constantly in denial, you have to. You can speak it, you can say you're happy, but your body language is not manifesting happiness. So you can't be in denial. You have to truly search within yourself and bring out that true happiness.
Yes, and I'm glad you said that too, because oftentimes we fake happy.
Yeah.
We fake happiness, and I've been guilty of it in the past of faking happiness, where I would be smiling and my friends would know, because my friends know me, and they would be like, "You're not happy. You saying you're good, but you're not good." And when we said about the smiling face, and I talk about this in the book, where my grandbaby and I, quick story, we went to McDonald's, which we don't go too often at all, and she said, "Nana, I want a happy face." I said, "Baby, you mean a happy meal, right?" She said, "No, Nana, I want a happy face." And it really got me to thinking about how on it kids are.
Yeah.
Kids are really on it, because we all want a happy face. We want to walk into the store and see a happy face. We want to see a happy face at work. We want to see happy faces at church, or wherever we are. We want to see happy faces, but most importantly, we want to have a happy face.
I always say, pay attention to kids. Like I speak on in the next
Yes,
chapter, which we'll be
yes,
talking about in the next
yes.
chapter. Kids are who we are. If you pay attention to kids, they are who we are. Before the learned behavior comes into play, everything is a learned behavior. Kids are our natural state.
Yes.
So you think about that.
Yes.
You see everyone that has kids and know how they act. That's who we are.
That's who we are. Yolanda says, "I smile all the time. Yes, they are contagious." And Bobby says, "I live by the motto of I'm a movement by myself, but you make me better." Yes, Fab and Neo. If you can't be that, then you can't be with me. That's exactly right. Because in here we talk about, Bobby, as you know, in chapter 2, we talk about how if I get in a relationship, that person makes me happy.
Yes.
They don't make me
It's an
happy.
enhancement.
It's an enhancement to what I already bring to the table.
Yes.
Earlier, when you talked about dependency, people mix the two, because I've heard all my life that, I'm waiting on my other half. I'm not waiting on my other half. I'm a whole being.
Yes.
And I want someone who is a whole being, because if two halves get together, you're still not complete.
Goodness.
So I liken that to, because I said that because interdependency is what you should strive for, not dependency, because interdependency is two independent people coming together to become interdependent, not codependent.
Exactly.
Codependency is I can't function without you. And that is not how we should live our lives at all. Audrey said, "I was told to fake it till you make it. It will eventually overtake that feeling of sadness." You know what, Audrey? That's one of those sayings I can't stand. I say that because I was raised on that saying. But one of the things that I realize is that when you fake it, you're still just faking. And so that leads us to true happiness and unhappiness is a heart issue. So if you're faking it, it doesn't get to your heart.
And that also becomes your reality.
Exactly.
The more you fake and believe this, it becomes your reality, but it's actually not reality.
I was raised on that. And you hear it in business all the time. Fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. Why can't you be authentic and be who you are? Yes. And if you're authentic and be who you are, believing positively, and I do positive affirmations every morning. If you are authentic with who you are and you think positively, you're going to make it. You're going to manifest the things because you'll begin to believe it. Fake it till you make it don't make you believe it.
Yes.
It really doesn't.
And your surroundings will come together. The people that surround you, begin to surround you, will be people with positive energy, because that's what you're emitting. We emit energy every day.
Yes,
and whatever energy we emit is what comes back.
Yes,
it's real.
Authenticity is the best thing ever, because and I've done all of that. I've been there, done all of that, and none of that got me anywhere. Faking it, I wore the suits. They tell you, dress like you're a millionaire and you're gonna become a millionaire. Do these things, and I did all of that, but that's still society. I don't have to. You look at Russell Simmons. He goes in board meetings in jeans and a pullover.
Yeah.
He's not following society's rules. He's authentic with who he is, and he still made it.
Exactly.
So we have to get away from those idiosyncrasies and things from society, and start to really look at what makes us happy. Davina says happiness is a daily continual process, being loyal to making yourself better in all ways. I couldn't agree more. That's why those affirmations I do every day, I have to do them every day, and sometimes throughout the day, because I say that we have negative tapes sometimes playing in our heads, where we constantly have these reminders of things we used to do, or things we did, or things people said or did to us. And so you have to use positive affirmations in order to not let those things sink in. Janelle says, for starters, Moo and Sanyo, we can begin by living what I like to call our best life. Yes, this consists of being the best version of ourselves we can be. It involves self-acceptance and no longer comparing ourselves to others. Very, very well spoken. Living our best life also includes no longer using things to measure our happiness, but focusing on the feeling. Practicing mindfulness can also help us achieve happiness. In doing this, we can fully experience the moment and learn to engage with each moment on its terms, taking things as they come. When we are able to accept things for what they are, we can be happier. Girl,
Wow, goodness gracious.
Yes,
I love that, Janelle. Can you make a song out of that?
Yes, can you sing that for me? I want to hear that in song. I want you to sing that for me, because good God Almighty.
That'll be a hit.
Yes, that definitely put it into perspective, because that is what happiness is. Your best self, living your best life.
Yes.
Living your best life. I love it.
Yes.
I love it. Man, look at the time. This is unbelievable. It's 10:43 already, man. 10:43, and we got the text files coming up. So let me take this last question, and we also have to do our giveaway. So before we do our giveaway, let me say the first person that posts why Moo said men call women bitches in the book. The first person to post, and you got 1 minute. 1 minute. The first person, if you don't post the answer to that, then we go on to another question. But we got a giveaway, and we would love to give it away, y'all. So come on.
Tell me why we call women
Gordon
bitches.
said, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Gordon said, y'all are speaking to my heart tonight. I appreciate you. We appreciate you too, Gordon. L says, you won't get true love and acceptance until you truly love and accept yourself. So very right. Afrocentric, my true happiness came when I stopped trying to live based on the comparison and observation of others. I accepted me for me, and you can't do nothing better than that, honey. Trust and believe that. First person, you got 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, while you find out what is the reason Moo Tariq said that men call women bitches. The main reason that men call women bitches, while we get our text file expert on the line. Yes, I'm loving this. And while we're getting our textpert on the line, let me say this. For those who read the Bible, there's a scripture in the Bible, and Proverbs 15:13 that says, a cheerful heart brings a smile to your face. A sad heart makes it hard to get through the day. Then, and that's the Message version, but another part of that says, a cheerful heart brings a smile to your face. A sad heart makes it hard to get through the day. Oh, that's what I said. I'm sorry. Hard to get through the day. And then when you think about that and you break that down, it tells you that happiness is a heart issue. If you're unhappy, It's a heart issue. It's something that you have to deal with your heart, because that is causing your happiness to be depleted. And then there's another one, and King James version says, a merry heart makes a cheerful countenance, but by sorrow of the heart the spirit is broken. How many people walking around that you know are miserable? Their spirits are broken, and they looking for everything out external to feel that, to fix that. They can't find it because it's within. It is within. Your happiness is inside you. It's an inside man's job. Yes. You have to tune into your frequency. Speak on it, because people don't really look into that. That's something people should research.
We are electrical.
Yes, research that you
people.
are energy. You are energy. Every second of the
That's
day, you're
story.
emitting energy. Yes. When the sun is out, people are happy. Why? Because they're receiving the energy from the sun, and it makes them happy.
Exactly.
Saeed.
I have a call.
Okay. All right. So think about that, because a broken spirit is really tough. And that's why people are miserable, and they drain people around them. And I call them spiritual vampires. They drain you of everything that you have, and they don't even know that they're sucking the life out of you. And you don't realize they're sucking the life out of you until you've given all you've got.
I think you're on there.
Saeed?
Yes. Good evening. How are you all?
Good evening. We are great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Y'all preaching again tonight.
Hey man, you know we
again tonight.
we trying to make that happiness like we were so happy Friday night.
Yeah.
That was some real happiness, right?
Those pictures tell the story, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Those pictures tell the story.
So Saeed, I wanted to ask you a question, because I'm finding out recently that in these text messages there is a man code actually in text messaging.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm hearing that a man shouldn't respond with the letter K. A man should write out okay, O-K-A-Y, or okay. If a man responds with the letter K, that's a man code violation. Is this true?
Absolutely, what I did was I checked the logs on that. That's Man Code Law 3566, which states that should no man respond to a text, especially to another man, with a lowercase k. The lowercase a is a feminine text, and should no man be sending no feminine lowercase k text to another man, or even respond to his lady like that. He better put capital OK. That's the only way to respond to that.
Have you be honest? Does anybody say
I don't
K
have.
to you?
I don't have a man that says K to me. I really don't. I haven't. I've heard about men responding with K, but no. If he respond with K, I might have a problem. I do respond with K.
Would you say something?
Yeah, hell yeah, I would say. I would ask him, what the fuck does K mean? What is that?
You would actually say something.
Moo, you know me.
I
mean, yes, for the listening audience, I will definitely say something.
So, ladies, you hear that? If you get a K, you please say something, because we can stop this man code. We have.
It only works when ladies call it out. Ladies got to call it out.
Yeah.
Because it'll stop the behavior real quick. Again, that's Man Law 3566.
We got to shut that down.
Sorry, let me see if I can add this caller just in case they got a question for you.
Okay, no problem.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Caller, you are on the air live with Moo and Sanyo. How can we hump with you?
All I wanted to do is respond. This is mischievous. All I wanted to do is respond on why do men feel inferior. I mean, why do men call women bitches? And I believe it's because that the man that is talking, or whatever, however he refers to the woman as a bitch, he wants to feel inferior to her. It's another way. It only goes to make her feel, or the subject matter of the female feel inferior to the man.
Oh, okay, so you're saying that the man wants to make the woman feel inferior.
Yeah.
Beneath him.
Whatever subject matter it may be.
Okay. So basically what I said about a man.
I think she's giving her belief. She not giving what. Call up. What's your name first off?
She said mischievous at the end. Okay.
Okay.
Do you,
Hey.
So you own a copy of the book.
So did you read what Moose said that why a man calls a woman bitch?
No, I didn't read it. What did he say?
That's what the contest is. What did he say that why men call women bitches?
But you are
on point though.
Remember what was it? Hot
potato.
Hot potato.
Yeah, you hot. You hot. You ain't hit it right on the nose, but you got it hot. So we're gonna take the next caller and see if they got hot potato. Somebody who can literally say what Moose said in the book by why men call women bitches. Caller, thank you so much.
I got y'all. You know, I'm just calling in support.
Hey, I love
And
it.
we
Hey,
great.
I
We thank
appreciate
you.
that.
We thank you. We thank you for calling in and adding your comment because you are hot. Trust me, you are right there, just about there.
You know, great minds think alike.
I'm
Yes,
telling
they
you,
do.
I'm telling you.
Yes, they
I'm
do.
telling you.
Thank you so much,
mischievous.
Mischievous.
Peace and blessings.
Same to you, love.
All right.
All right. All right, the time is up anyway.
We got one more text here.
Okay, so let's do the text. So we was trying to give away some stuff,
We're gonna
man.
this is not gonna take long.
Let's
You
do
know,
this
Saeed
text.
shuts it down.
Let's do this text, Saeed.
Saeed, you still there?
I'm still here.
All right.
y'all.
And this one it has affected me. I've actually got an erection off of this kind of text. I'm just letting you know, just being honest with you. When a woman says, asks you, are you coming to,
And
this
they
way,
spell it C-U.
They spell C-U-M. Say, what is that? Are they actually flirting, or are they just trying to do? I mean, it's only one letter less. So what do you think about that? Say, what is a woman doing when she says that?
Moo, you know exactly what they're doing when they do that, right?
So this is why I've received an erection.
They are, exactly. Your feeling is exactly right. Because they're putting an offer out there in a subliminal way. They know what they're doing when they spell it that way.
Wow.
So if you ask me, what time are you coming, and you put C-U-M-M-I-N-G, you know exactly what time it is then.
This is
So women know from off the top when they do stuff like that how it's going to be perceived on our end. What you think, man?
You see, I love to ask Sonya right here. I mean,
What's that meme I post up? I'm not saying a word.
Oh, I swear. You see this shit? Well, we know because this
No,
is the
Saeed,
expert.
you are right. You are definitely right. When we do that, it is, especially if a woman does it to you who you haven't hit it yet. That is a definite subliminal, I want you to hit it. I'm spelling come, so you know I want you to come.
I love it. I love that shit. I'm telling you.
His phone about to blow up, Saeed. Women gonna be texting him talking about, I want you come.
Come get me. My man, I appreciate you again.
Thank you, Saeed.
As always.
And we're going to talk to you next week.
Okay.
All right.
My man.
Have a good night. Okay, let me hit these two real quick. Saeed, Tia said that she's dying over here over what you said. Yolanda said true happiness is when you realize what exactly you need to fill the empty voids from within. From Yvette, I'm sorry. When you realize what you need to fill the empty voids from within. Very true. Yolanda said I had to remove myself from miserable, unhappy, negative Nancy people. Yes, that is a step to true happiness. Remove that energy from your space. Yes. Let me see. Yolanda also said he is suspect if he answers K. Side-eye at his ass. Tamika said, I am dealing with an issue that has placed my heart in a bad place, but I am grateful that I can acknowledge it and I desire to get back to my happy place. It is a journey, but I have wonderful community to help me. Yes, and I think we can wrap that up with that. And let me just say this. Let us give you a few words, parting words of wisdom. And I mentioned scripture tonight because it was so pertinent to this happiness thing. The ones that I have chosen. There was another one that says, kind words are like honey, sweet to the soul and healthy for the body. So I leave you with that. So please speak kind words.
Did anyone try their hand?
Somebody is calling. Let's see if they got the answer.
Call from
Tamika Aguirre.
Okay, now.
Hey, Tamika, do you have the answer for us? Hump in, baby.
Okay, I believe you wanted to know. Say the question again.
I wanted to
I
know,
don't know why I would call y'all a bitch.
why Moo Tariq said men call women bitches.
I think that they call it. I'm not sure exactly why all men.
It's what he said, Tamika, in the book. The trivia was for everyone to come from the book.
It's in the book.
What he said about men calling women bitches. His verbiage.
And it should be easy enough to find which chapter it's in because.
Okay, it's in chapter 4.
Okay.
And it's between pages, I'm gonna say 42 and 45.
And what
you gave the explanation that you kind of understood that it was because she exposed a particular weakness kind of within yourself.
you got it. You got it, Tamika got it. That's it.
That's it. So Tamika, you have won a $100 gift certificate from Miraculous Scents. And let me show y'all this box.
I mean, I love
this
it.
box, I love how they package the gift. Yvette Green Bay is the person who runs Miraculous Scents, and you can go to the website, www.miraculousscent.com, www.miraculousscent.com. And Tamika, you have won a $100 gift certificate to spend with miraculousscent.com. They have the best whipped body butter. I make body butter, and this is some good body butter. It smells good. It's great for your skin. You can massage with it. You can put it on your skin when you shower. It's packaged very beautifully. Yes. Please, you all, courtesy of Miraculous Scent, please visit their website, support them, www.miraculousscent.com. Tamika, thank you for playing. Thank you for participating. Congratulations. Inbox us your email address so that we can send that information so that they can get you your gift certificate, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. You have a good night.
Good night.
Thank you. You too. Thank you. Love you too. Yvette Green Bay, thank you, Miraculous Scent, for donating your gift to us. We would definitely
thank you, Miraculously Scent, for donating.
Thank you, and we will definitely send you the information. We appreciate you. This was our first donation. And Eric, before we go, can you please put up the post for entrepreneurs so that our entrepreneurs people that are out there in our viewing audience, if you are an entrepreneur, we have sponsorship packages and advertising packages that you can you can purchase, so you can advertise during our show. We are an international show, and you can advertise during our show. We also have a giveaway promotional program. As you just saw, we gave away a gift from Miraculous Scent, and they donated this gift to us so that we can give it away, and we, in turn, advertise their business. So if you are interested in that, please email us at INPYSH@gmail.com. And with that, thank you all for listening. We appreciate you, and we will see you next week.
See you all next week.
We're out.
All right.
You have now been INPYSH'd with Amazon best-selling authors Moo Tariq and Sanyo Tendai.
I'm not waiting around for a man to save me. Cause I'm happy where I am. Don't depend on a guy to validate me. No, I don't need to be anyone's baby. Is that so hard to understand? No, I don't need another half to make me. Make you move if you want, doesn't mean I will or won't. I'm free to make my mind up, you either got it or you don't. My declaration of independence. There's no way I'm trading places right now with stars in the ascendant. Single right now, that's how I wanna be. I'm single right now, that's how I wanna be. Yeah, that's right. Don't need to be on somebody's arm to look good. I like who I am. I'm not saying
rappers get played. Oh, I parked on the sidewalk, my Escalade. Jumped in the studio, landed on the mic.
In the heart of Washington, D.C., across from the campus of historic Howard University, this is Listen Vision Live. No rules, just standards. Now broadcasting in all 50 states and over 50 plus countries worldwide. Listen Vision Recording Studios, Listen Vision Live, WLVS Radio is the largest streaming online broadcasting brand in the DC metropolitan area. WLVS is unique, commercial-free radio you can watch. Available on all mobile formats, WLVS Radio is completely Apple.